If you've ever been in a long-distance relationship, you know that ache of missing someone. It's familiar, right? But have you ever noticed that other feeling? You know, that unexpected, quiet warmth that somehow shows up right alongside the pain? Well, that's the paradox we're going to dive into today. It sounds completely backwards, doesn't it? How can the empty space of physical distance actually create a feeling of warmth? I mean, it's a contradiction so many of us have felt, but it's really, really hard to put into words.
Well, it turns out someone did find the words. This quote from Kay Knudsen just nails it. It perfectly captures that strange dual experience. You've got the sting of them being gone, but at the same exact time, there's this warmth that comes from a deep, unshakable connection. This is the big idea we're going to unpack.
All right, so let's break this down. We're talking about two core parts of this feeling: the ache and the warmth. Yeah, they seem like they can't possibly exist at the same time, but as you'll see, they're really just two sides of the same coin.
This lays it all out so clearly. On one hand, you have that pull of absence, that real physical feeling of someone missing from your day-to-day. But on the other hand, you've got this constant warmth, this emotional closeness that just doesn't care about the miles. This is what it feels like to be in a long-distance relationship.
So here's a thought. What if that warmth isn't just you, being optimistic or wishful thinking? What if it's actual evidence of something much deeper? Let's explore the idea that this feeling is the proof of a real, true connection.
See, that warmth has a name. It's emotional closeness. And the key thing here isn't about pretending the distance doesn't exist. It's about having a bond that's so strong, the connection actually gets stronger across the miles instead of just fading away.
So, let's be super clear here. That warmth you feel, it isn't just you trying to cope with the distance. It is the proof. It's the sign, the signal, that your bond is the real deal and it's holding up against the challenge of being physically apart. It makes the whole thing feel real. I mean, that's a really powerful and validating idea, right? And it just makes you wonder about the person who managed to say it so perfectly. So let's see what we can find out about the mysterious author behind these words, Kay Knudsen.
Seriously, who was this person? Who managed to capture such a universal, complicated feeling in one single, beautiful sentence? And this is where the story gets really fascinating. Kay Knudsen is basically a ghost. Aside from this one quote, which you see everywhere in inspirational books and online, there's almost nothing out there about her. Sometimes her name is even spelled differently, with the K-A-I. It's pretty amazing how the power of her words has completely outlived any public record of who she actually was. So what's the big picture here? Let's zoom out from just this one quote and talk about the bigger, universal truth it points to about what love is, really.
At the end of the day, the real lesson is that a true connection isn't measured in miles. It's measured in the strength of that connection, heart to heart. Being physically close is great, of course, but this feeling proves that it's not the foundation of love.
And that brings us right back where we started. This one sentence says it all, the ache of them being gone, mixed with that undeniable warmth from a connection that distance, it just can't break.
So we'll leave you with this to chew on. What if love isn't really about being near someone? What if it's about feeling near them? Maybe the truest way to measure any connection is how close you feel, especially when you're the farthest apart.